Today is my last day in Germany before I leave to travel the world again. And in this video I will take you with me as I spend the day with my mom and my dad. We will explore a German market, enjoy traditional German food and even drive on the famous autobahn. But I also have to say goodbye again to my parents, the hardest part of being a traveler. By the end of this video I will be starting my journey to a new country. So join me on my last day here at home in Germany. Okay, and we are on the way to the next bigger city, which is called Oldenburg. And in order to get there, we are going to use the German autobahn now, where you can drive without any speed limit. I think we are the only country in the whole world where you can drive on the highway without any speed limits. And yeah, as you can see around us, yesterday it snowed here. We're actually having snow now, and I'm kind of happy that I'm able to experience snow here in Germany again. When was the last time you had proper snow like this here?
Years, that's years ago.
Years, right?
Yeah, you were very lucky to actually have that while you're here. I mean, we usually get like in January, February, 1 or 2 days of snow that's melting away very fast. So this snow that's staying for a couple of days, yeah, you're in luck.
And I think it also looks very beautiful when everything around here is covered in snow. But of course, when it's snowing outside, it's also very cold. We're having about 0 degrees at the moment. But stay tuned. At the end of this video, I'm going to be somewhere again where it's much warmer. Okay, and here we are driving onto the German highway, the autobahn. And yeah, my mom is driving, but she's comfortable with driving on the highway with no speed limit because it's very normal for us in Germany. You're used to that all your life.
I do that regularly, of course, but I don't actually speed. I don't actually use that, no speed limit. I never speed.
Well, she said she never speeds, but I think for most people in other countries it's still fast, what we are driving now. Although my mom is not really driving that fast for German standards. So here we are. This is the famous German autobahn. The only place in the whole world, as far as I know, where you can drive on a public road without any speed limits. And yeah, the average speed here, I think the minimum speed that you need to drive is like 120 km per hour. But you will notice every time you're driving here that many people are driving way faster than that. I would say around 170 km per hour is still pretty normal here. And look at that. So we are driving already pretty fast, but there are always cars overtaking us. So we are driving about 100 km per hour now. And that car that just drove by was minimum going like 150. So yeah, my mom is driving usually 100, 120 km per hour, which in other countries would still be very fast. But here in Germany, that's actually pretty slow for the autobahn.
I'm a safe driver.
And of course also today it's a bit slippery, it's snowy, so you have to drive a bit more careful, of course. But look at this, there's a big truck coming by, even overtaking us. Look at that. So the whole time cars are overtaking us.
I don't mind.
And it's good to know that not all the parts of the autobahn are actually without any speed limits. I would say it's maybe about 70-80% where you can drive without any limits. But as soon as you're reaching, for example, the next city, the autobahn in the city area, then the speed limit is usually 120. Or sometimes if there's a construction site along the road, then it's also like down to 80. So not 100% of the autobahn is without any speed limits. And yeah, the road system is all over the country. You can basically reach every corner of Germany with the autobahn. So it's a pretty convenient way to drive around the whole country. Okay, and here we are taking the exit. Ausfahrt, that means exit. And that was a drive on the German autobahn without any speed limits. Okay, and here we are in Oldenburg now, which is the next bigger city to my home village. A small German city, about 250,000 people are living here, I think. And yeah, we are going to show you the city center later on, but first we are going to visit a farmer's market here now. Okay, and here we are on a German farmer's market. To be honest, this is my first time here, so I don't really know much about this market, but my mom comes here very often, so she can tell you more about this market. Okay, but first we have to buy a parking ticket. So parking here for 15 minutes cost 70 cents. So that is like almost $1 per 15 minutes parking here. Oh, you can even pay with card here?
Apparently.
Oh, that's new.
Never done that.
Yeah, usually German is a very cash-liking society. People here prefer cash usually. So it's quite surprising for me to see that you can actually pay with a card here now at these machines too. I have to say it's a bit of a weird feeling to film such a market now in my home country, Germany. I have been to many markets in many different countries, filmed many market videos before, but this is my first time filming on a German market, and that's a bit weird, to be honest. So there's a weekly market here. As far as I know, this market happens every Saturday morning, and it's basically the farmers from the region gathering together here and selling their products. So it's like organic vegetables. You can also get meat here, and you can buy snacks. You can almost call this a German street food, I would say. For example, here you can buy fish. So this is a fresh fish from the region. We are not that far away from the ocean here, so I guess the fish here will be pretty fresh. And you are coming here very often, right?
Well, regularly, I come here regularly. I like shopping here because it's like a nice atmosphere. It's different than in the supermarket. I can get fresh organic vegetables here. They have different stalls here selling fish, bread, really good quality, and they even have a stall here where they have really, really nice latte macchiato and cappuccino.
So you have a favorite vegetable shop?
Yeah, that's this one.
Okay, let's have a look. So you can have a look what we can get here. It's basically all vegetables at this stall here. Maybe also some, I see potatoes over there. We also have mandarin oranges here. Very popular for wintertime in Germany. And yeah, one thing that you need to know, markets like this are always way more expensive here in Germany compared to the local supermarkets. And that is because all the products here are fresh, local produced and organic usually. I'm just seeing, you can actually also get fruits here. So we have the mandarin oranges, we have avocado, kiwi and apples and oranges, which can't be locally produced because we don't grow oranges in Germany. So some of these products here are also imported. Wo kommen die Orangen her? Spanien. Spanien. Okay, so they are from Spain here. So I guess then not every single product on this market is locally from this region, but most of it definitely is. Okay, so what did you buy?
Potatoes, clementines, Brussels sprouts, mushrooms, radishes.
And how much did you pay for all this?
I don't know. How much did I pay? 10 euros 34 cents.
10 euros 34 cents.
Yeah. For a week's supply of vegetables fresh in this quality, I think it's reasonable.
But yeah, like I said, if you would go to a supermarket, you would pay way less for these products. But yeah, the people that come to markets like this here in Germany are the people that care about getting local products, fresh products and organic products. You can also get smoothies here and juices. Freshly made, I guess. Even a Karottensaft, which is, what is Karotte in English? Carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so carrot juice, that's actually kind of popular in Germany. I've never seen that somewhere in Asia. Then we have a drink called ABC, which is apple, carrot and orange. Banana shake, tropical shake.
The cheese selection.
You can buy cheese here, yeah. Cheese is very popular in Germany.
It is, yes.
This is actually cheese from Finland. I think this is actually like an international stall here because I can see many different flags up there. So I think they are selling cheese from all over Europe. So we have German cheese here, but we also have cheese from the Netherlands, from Italy, from Switzerland. Okay, my mom wants to buy something. That is what my mom wants to buy for cooking. And you can buy different types of spices here. Ingwer, ginger in English, I think. Even a pepper from China here. Szechuan pepper from China. That is interesting. But yeah, here you can also get soup. We have lentil soup here. Also the famous German Bratwurst. I can show you that. I'm not really a fan of German Bratwurst, but just to show you that. It's looking like this. The famous German Bratwurst. You have different types of Bratwurst here. Also the Currywurst, which is the sausage together with like a curry type of ketchup. And this is basically a German street food here.
Yes, basically this.
We don't really have a street food culture in Germany, but here and there you can find little stalls like this where you can also get like food for takeaway on the hands. But usually you would only find a stall like this on or within a market situation like this. Like here, this is a market. You would not really find a place like this just randomly in a side alley like anywhere in Asia, because we don't really have a street food culture here. And here we have a fish stall. You can get fresh fish here, and he's frying the fish right over there freshly. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of seafood, but the fish here actually smells very good. Aber kommt aus Deutschland oder wo kommt er her?
Unterschiedlich.
Unterschiedlich? Okay. It's also very popular actually to get fish like this inside a bread roll. I think there's actually even a stall over there selling that fish inside a bread roll, which is called Fischbrötchen.
It is.
Fish bread roll. literally translated. Okay, and we are changing locations. We are now in the city center, and first of all we need to find a parking space again. So this is a multi-level car park. In German it's called Parkhaus, which literally translates to parking house. You used to be scared of driving into these.
Yes, kind of still am.
Because it's like very narrow and like...
Yeah, I don't like this steep and, you know, with a... Yeah. If I have to park right in the middle of this, I find it tricky to get going again. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of car parks this size.
Okay, so we found a parking space at the very top of the building, and here it's even covered in snow. And actually, I wanted to ask you something, Mom, because in the comment section of my previous video there were many comments about you as well, and one question that was mentioned quite often was, why does your mom speak English so well?
Well, I used to live in England, and I have been teaching business English in companies and at university for more than 20 years now. And I've also translated a lot of documents, mostly corporate documents.
And yeah, because my mom speaks really good English and she also used to travel a lot when she was younger, I'm curious to hear her opinion about something that I received recently. And this product could be a game changer for people like me who are traveling a lot, or also for people in business situations. And I'm curious to hear your opinion about this now. So I have a box here, and inside this box we are having 2 earbuds looking like this. So I'm going to give one of these earbuds to my mom, and you will be very surprised what these earbuds can do. And I'm getting the left one, and then we are just plugging it into our ears. It's not an in-ear, so it's just on ear. And then I'm opening the Time Kettle app on my phone, and there are a few different functions. For example, the one-on-one conversation translation. And then I can choose, for example, that I am speaking German into this earbud, and the other person, which is in this case my mom, speaks English into her earbud. And then we get the real-time translation into our ears. That sounds pretty cool, right?
It does, yes.
So let's test it out. I will speak German and my mom will speak English. Freust du dich darauf, mich in ein paar Wochen in Asien zu besuchen?
Are you looking forward to seeing me in Asia in a few weeks?
I am, yes, very much so.
Ja, sehr sogar.
Wir werden zusammen 3 Länder besuchen. Gibt es eines dieser 3, auf das du dich am meisten freust, ohne zu verraten welches?
We will visit 3 places together. Is there one of these 3 places that you are most looking forward to without giving away?
Yes. There is one spot in particular that I'm very excited to see.
Ja, es gibt einen Ort, auf den ich besonders gespannt bin.
So I can have a conversation in real time with someone who doesn't speak my language. And it works not only with German and English, they're actually supporting 40 different languages and 93 different accents. For example, and that will be a little hint for the next country that I'm visiting, also Arabic. Do you think this is a cool product?
I do. I think it's, as you said, a game changer for people who have conversations, like people like you who travel a lot, but also for business situations. I can really imagine. I've been in so many business situations with Chinese visitors to a company or something, and having a real-time interpreter like this, that is a good thing.
And they also have other functions. For example, you can put your phone in front of your TV or your laptop, and then it translates in real time what the laptop or the TV plays. And yeah, if you want to have a look at this product as well, there will be a link in the description. Feel free to check it out. There was literally snow falling off here. Oh, it's now inside the car. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, and here we are inside the city center. This is called Innenstadt, which literally translates to inner city. And basically every city in Germany has an area like this. So you have restaurants here, you have shopping opportunities, and there are no cars allowed here. Here we have a church, which is called the Lamberti Church, and that is also very typical for every German city. Usually in the city center is where you can find a church. And I'm not sure how old this church is, but definitely a few hundred years at least. And yeah, the history about it is that usually the German cities, they all started around a church. So the church back in the days used to be the center of the city, and then from there on the city evolved, and that is why until today the city center of each German city is usually with a church in the middle, and then around it you have an area like this. Actually, let's have a look inside the church. This might be interesting for some of you. To be honest, I have never been inside this church before. I can't even remember the last time I actually been inside a church in Germany. Yeah, religion is not a big thing in Germany. I know nobody in Germany who goes to church regularly. When was the last time you've been to church?
One of the Christmases with you when you were little?
When I was a child, yeah?
When you were a child, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a common thing to do in Germany. Like I said, nobody that I know is really a religious person here in Germany who goes to church. But let's have a look inside here. So usually these churches are open for the public. You can just go inside. It says Eingang Kirche, that means entrance church. So yeah, I need to speak a bit quiet in here. But yeah, this is the main hall of the church here. I'm not sure how to call it in English, but when there are people inside praying here, which I think is, for example, every Saturday morning, then the priest would stand over there between the Christmas trees and the people would sit here listening to him and also do the praying.
A service.
A service. Ah, yeah. So when there is service, the priest, I think it is in English, would stand right here. And yeah, this is the ceiling of the church. And yeah, as you can see, it looks very pretty distinguished. And that's usually the case inside churches in Germany. But yeah, the idea is now, my mom would like to go shopping now. So we're going to have a stroll around the Innenstadt, the inner city here. And then at the end we are also going to go to a German restaurant where I want to show you some very specific German food. And this is, by the way, also the place where you can find the famous German Christmas market, which happens at every German city in the few weeks before Christmas. But yeah, unfortunately Christmas is already over, so I can't show you a typical German Christmas market. So the market that we are having here is very similar to the market we've been to already earlier. Yeah, some of you in the comments were asking about if I can show you German Christmas markets, but they all finished right exactly on Christmas.
Weil sie so alt war.
Okay, and we spent some time shopping now, strolled around the city. We are back in front of the church right now. And now my mom and I are going to a traditional German restaurant, which is this one right here, the Ratskeller. Hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go eat. So I have never been to this restaurant before actually, but this is actually a very well-known one here in the city. And yeah, it's a very old traditional atmosphere here. Okay, it is a bit dark in here. I hope that's okay. But yeah, this is a very old traditional German atmosphere. Okay, this is actually the first time in a long time that I am sitting in such a traditional old style German restaurant. And yeah, just looking at the menu is like, oh, so many different choices. And everything sounds so delicious to me because it's like old traditional German food. So I'm very excited actually for what I've ordered. Going to a restaurant in Germany is something that most Germans don't typically do on a daily basis. Like in Asia, it's very common that you're eating out every single day. I also know that, for example, in the USA, it's very common, I think.
It's for special occasions, maybe at the weekend. People would do that, go out for a meal on Friday night or something.
Yeah, I would say most Germans cook themselves at home every single day. And also when I used to live in Germany, that's what I did as well. I cooked my own meals. Okay, so the food has arrived. And yeah, my mom has Grünkohl, which is kale. And there are some sausages on top, as well as this is pork. So this is a very traditional northern German dish, especially at this time of the year. And then there are also some potatoes on the side. And yeah, I am having roasted pork together with, I don't really know how to call it, like a dumpling, like a potato dumpling, and then red cabbage, and of course also brown sauce on the side. It's very, very good, yeah. You can really taste that this is a quality meal. And this one is also one of my favorite foods in Germany, actually. I like this on the side, typical German wintertime food for the Christmas time. Okay, and how is the Grünkohl?
It's very good. I like this. And I particularly like the Bratkartoffels.
Yeah, the potatoes here on the side, they look actually very good. And yeah, by the way, we ordered with the small portions. So they had two choices, the big and the small portion. And they look actually quite huge already. So, guten Appetit, as we say in German. Enjoy your meal. Okay, that was a pretty good meal. And yeah, in case you're wondering how much we paid for 2 persons, including the drinks, we only had water on the side, but including everything, we paid 46 euros now.
Plus tip.
Plus tip. Tipping in Germany is common, although we don't tip as much as in the USA, for example, but you always round it up a little bit. And that is actually another reason why many Germans do not go eat in restaurants every single day, because it is actually quite pricey. Cooking your own meals at home is way cheaper in the end.
Yes.
But I also have to mention this was quite a pricey restaurant. Like, you can also find cheaper restaurants. But still, cooking at home comes out to be way cheaper in the end. And we are also doing a very German activity, throwing away the empty glass bottles into the right bins. So you can see we have a white one, we have a brown one, and we have a green one. And here in Germany you have to separate the trash. So we have a brown bottle here that is like a juice. So you put it into the brown bin. and then the right ones. This used to be pineapple, for example. Right color, you put it into the right bin. And also what's also very German, you're only allowed to throw it in here between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. because it can be noisy, it can disturb the neighbors. So you're not allowed to do it very early in the morning or late in the evening. That's also very German, I have to say.
It's actually a good thing. It's going to be reused.
Yeah, it's going to be
doesn't
reused.
End up on any dump. It's going to be reused. So it's a good thing, I think,
Yeah.
actually.
And in case you're wondering, this box right here is for old clothings. So if you have some clothes that you don't need anymore, you can put it in here, and then they collect it, and then these clothes get donated to like charity. Okay, and it is time to say goodbye, unfortunately. The saddest part about returning home, I also have to say goodbye again. So I'm going to say goodbye to my mom now. She is taking me to the train station now. My flight is actually tomorrow morning, but tomorrow morning she can't take me to the train station or to the airport.
Because I have to work.
Because she has to work. So I'm going to take the train to Bremen already now. That's the nearest airport from where I will be flying tomorrow morning. And look at this, it is raining now, not snowing anymore. This looks so dark and cold and sad. It was so beautiful. The past 2 days actually we had snow and it was snowing a lot. But now the temperature went up and now the snow turned into rain again. And here is the small train station near my village. Okay, first of all I need to buy a ticket. Let's see if it's still working as it used to a few years ago. Ziel und Ticket wählen. By the way, I'm actually curious to know if I can also turn this to English. Pretending I'm a tourist now, is it possible to have this in English? Ah yeah, down here, the German flag and then the English flag. So if you're a tourist in Germany, no problem. Select destination and ticket. I'm going to Bremen HBF, that means Hauptbahnhof, and that translates to main train station. €12.50. We wish you a pleasant journey. Thank you. And here is the ticket. Okay, and I have to go to the platform over there. And yeah, this is a very small village train station. Later in Bremen you will see a bigger German train station. Okay, and now I have to say goodbye to my mom. Thank you very much for the past weeks. Actually, the saying goodbye moment to my mom isn't that bad now, because in just a few weeks you're going to visit me in Asia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So actually, this time it's not that hard to say goodbye to my mom, because yeah, I will see her again in just a few weeks.
I will miss it very much.
And this is the train I'm taking now. Okay, bye bye. Okay, so there's no seat reservation here, so you can choose the seat. You can sit wherever you like, unless you're having a first class ticket. This train actually doesn't even have a first class, but we also have other trains, and if you book a first class ticket, then you have a seat reservation. And yeah, this is not ideal. Where do I leave this? Yeah, I think I will just leave it here. I don't see any space to put the luggage. It's not a long ride though, only about 45 minutes. And then actually, once I arrived in Bremen, my dad is going to pick me up from the train station. So I will also see my dad again today before I leave, because he actually lives in Bremen. Okay, and we have arrived in Bremen. And yeah, I have to tell you something. I almost got fined €60 now because of a mistake I made. So let me tell you that, so you can avoid this mistake when riding a train in Germany. So every train station in Germany has these little machines here. And when you buy the ticket, it's not valid yet. And in order to make the ticket valid, you have to stamp it inside these machines. I can show you how it works. You put it inside here, and then it gets stamped. And yeah, as soon as the ticket officer approached me, and then he wanted to see my ticket, and then he said, oh, there's no stamp on the ticket, then I immediately remember it. Oh, damn, in Germany you have to stamp your tickets. I totally forgot about that, because yeah, the last time I was on a train in Germany is quite a while ago. But yeah, fortunately I was able to talk my way out of the fine. I explained him that yeah, I haven't been in Germany for quite a while, I'm not living here anymore, I'm not used to that. Nowhere else in the world I have seen this system before. And yeah, he was a nice guy, and he said, yeah, usually this is a €60, which is almost $70 fine. But he said, it's okay, no fine for you today. So happy days. And yeah, this is a regular train station in Germany. It's not a huge station. Bremen is not a huge city. I think there are about 500,000 people living here, but this is already quite a regular train station, I would say. Many train stations in many German cities are looking like this. But yeah, the problem with train stations in Germany is that anyone can enter them. Like, you can enter the gate, you can even enter the train without a ticket. And that leads to, usually very dirty train stations. And I will tell you something else about train stations in a minute. First, let me find the exit. But yeah, we have shops here, you can buy food. There's also a supermarket somewhere here. But yeah, like I said, unlike in China, for example, where I have been a few weeks ago, maybe you remember my train video from China, anyone can just enter the station and even enter the trains without a ticket. So especially in winter when it's cold outside, you have a lot of like homeless people entering train stations because they want to get cover from the cold, which is of course totally understandable. But they're using the train stations to sleep there. Sometimes they urinate in them. And yeah, this is the main square in front of the train station. And yeah, the area here is not the best area. Just over there, around the corner, we have a red light area. There are a lot of bars here. And yeah, usually you can find a lot of homeless people around the train station. Also many people that are addicted to drugs around here. So the areas around German train stations are usually areas to be avoided, especially after sunset. So just that you know that, but don't be too scared. Overall, this is still Germany and a safe country. And yeah, the shop here at the corner is where I'm going to meet my dad. And actually I'm having a lot of childhood memories here because when I was a child, my dad used to work here. It was a different shop back then, before he then eventually opened his own restaurant. So I'm actually having childhood memories of eating here. Okay, my dad is not here yet. Let me call him. Also die Straße runterlaufen. Okay, he parked his car over there. It's cold, it's rainy, it's windy. I'm actually really looking forward to arriving in the next country later in this video, because there it's going to be much warmer again. Okay, and there's my dad.
Es ist immer blöd, Parkplatz zu finden, aber heute geht.
Okay, and I found my dad. Hi, Dad. He doesn't really speak English. That's why he's maybe a bit quiet in the video. Okay, and we decided to get some food. We're inside a Turkish restaurant now, and look at the meat here. That looks so delicious. Reminds me of the meat skewers I saw a few weeks ago in Xinjiang, China. Very similar. And over there we have meat as well. Oh, that looks delicious here. Okay, and we have food here now. So this is Turkish food. I am having köfte, which is like meatballs. My dad is having chicken. And then we also have the salads here on the side. To be honest, this looks like a huge portion once again. And then my dad is drinking ayran, which is a very typical traditional drink in Turkey. Also in other Arabic Middle Eastern countries. It's basically a yogurt drink. It's yogurt with salt. Das sieht sehr gut aus, oder?
Das sieht sehr gut aus, lecker.
So yeah, I'm not going to film too much here. We're going to enjoy the meal now and then see you afterwards. Okay, we're having dessert now. Turkish tea and Turkish milk rice. Actually not sure what's the English name, but it's basically rice with milk. It's called sütlaç. Wie sagst du das?
Sütlaç.
Sütlaç in Turkish. And yeah, it's a sweet dessert and actually a lot of childhood memories because my grandma, your mom, used to make this a lot when I was a child. So eating this Turkish style milk rice, it's a lot of childhood memories for me. Okay, and we are at the airport. I'm staying inside this airport hotel tonight because yeah, my flight is tomorrow morning. But yeah, now the next sad moment, I also have to say goodbye to my dad, and this goodbye is a bit harder because I'm not going to see him again in a few weeks like my mom. So yeah, these are the sad moments when you are a traveler, when you're leaving home again.
Pass auf dich auf. Ne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me check in and then I want to say something. And yeah, what should I say? This was now, the sad part, saying goodbye to my mom, to my dad. I'm feeling weird once again. It's difficult to describe. Maybe if you saw the previous video, when I arrived here in Germany, I was struggling to find the right words, describing how I feel coming back to Germany, and now it's basically the same situation. I'm struggling to find the right words. Why it feels weird leaving Germany again. I mean, it was really nice here. I spent time with my family, I spent time with my friends, and being back home in Germany was nice. But also, to be honest, I miss Asia already, especially the warm weather. Like, I was in Germany for about 2 weeks now and I have only seen the sun out once in 2 weeks. It's just so dark and rainy and cold, and it feels depressing if you don't see the sun for so many days. But yeah, that is the regular winter in Germany. So I'm actually looking forward to a return to Asia. That's where I feel more home. In case you're new here on the channel, I basically moved to Asia in 2019 because I studied in Bangkok back then. And since then, I basically spent the past 5 years living and traveling around Southeast Asia. And yeah, this was now just a 2 weeks visit at home. And yeah, if you have been in this situation before, if you don't live near your family, if you live abroad or in another corner of the country, you probably know this feeling that I'm having right now. After you returned home, you have to leave home again, right? So this is always a bit of a difficult situation, and yeah, my feelings are a bit mixed up now. Like, the one side in me is excited to return to Asia, excited to travel again, and the other side in me is of course sad because I had to say goodbye to my parents again. But anyway, I'm going to spend the night here now, and then we are starting the journey tomorrow morning to the next country. See you in the morning. And I am back at the airport. Maybe you remember this airport from my previous video. This is where my family picked me up, and then we went into this parking house right there. And yeah, I'm feeling much better today than I felt yesterday. Yesterday morning I woke up and I was like, I'm not really looking forward to this day, you know, saying goodbye to my parents. But this morning I woke up and I was like, yes, I am excited to travel again today. And yeah, I'm having quite a long traveling day ahead of me. In total, it's going to be about 12 hours traveling time, including 2 flights and 1 layover. So let's start today's journey. Welcome to Bremen Airport. And this is the place here where I met my family. You know, where my mom came to hug me, and then meeting my mom and my dad here. That was right here. Oh, it's a bit tough to walk by here again. I'm having these memories again. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm going to see my mom again very soon in a few weeks. And actually, I can tell you that already as well. I'm planning a trip with my dad this year to Turkey. So my dad is from Turkey, and I would love to make like a father-son trip, visiting his home country. He can show me around there, so that is something that I really like to do this year. We are not 100% sure yet if we can make it happen, but I hope so. So then I'm going to have a trip with my mom in a few weeks in Asia, and then later this year, hopefully together with my dad in Turkey. Okay, and we are starting the day with some bad news. I just learned that my second flight later today is going to be delayed for at least 1 hour. So my 12 hours traveling day just turned into a 13 hours traveling day. But I'm still excited. Okay, and time to leave Germany. And yeah, I'm not really sure when I will be back. Probably not until summer 2026. That's when my sister gets married. So that's probably going to be the next time I'm going to return to Germany. And yeah, the first flight, as well as the second flight actually, is with KLM airline, which is a Dutch airline. And touching the plane for good luck, as usual.
Like backpacks and laptop bags must be placed underneath the seat in front of you.
Okay, as you can see, it's a pretty small plane, but yeah, the first flight out of the 2 today is only 1 hour, so I think it's going to be an easy flight.
Thank you for choosing KLM today, and we look forward to see you all again soon, and have a nice day. Thank you.
Alright, and we are now in Amsterdam, Netherlands. And look at this, I can even see a glimpse of the sun again. And yeah, we are here for about 2 hours layover. Check out what I noticed. The buses here are from BYD. So we're having Chinese buses here in Europe. That's pretty interesting. I never saw that before. Here, transfer service. That's where I have to go. Oh no, and I'm just seeing now that my flight is actually delayed for 3.5 hours. Oh, so what was supposed to be a quick 2 hours layover here is now a 5.5 hours layover. And that also means I'm going to arrive in the next country in the middle of the night. So that is definitely not ideal. Yeah, but what can you do, right? Okay, and I'm through immigration, and yeah, you maybe noticed that there was no immigration leaving Germany, and that's because Germany and Netherlands are both part of the European Schengen area, and if you cross from one Schengen area country to another, there's no immigration in between, and that's why I didn't have to go through immigration in Germany. But now, because the next flight is going to be out of Europe, I have to go through immigration here. Actually, I have never been to Amsterdam before. Although I used to live in the Netherlands for 3.5 years. I studied here in a city called Groningen, but for some reason I never made it to Amsterdam. And yeah, I also want to give you an outlook into my plans for 2025 here on the channel, because I have some very exciting plans. And yeah, first of all, if you are new here, if you don't know my channel yet, I am a full-time travel vlogger, and I've been doing this for the past 5 years already now. And so far, we never really left left Asia on my channel. We visited many countries in Southeast Asia, in East Asia and in South Asia. And I'm always getting many comments of people asking me, hey, are you going to leave Asia at some point? How about other corners of the world? And the reason why I never left Asia so far on my channel is simply because Asia is my favorite part of the world. But I think in 2025 I am going to leave Asia for some interesting trips. So I have about 8 to 10 countries in my mind that I would like to visit this year, and almost all of them will be new for me and for my channel. So stay tuned for some very interesting adventures in 2025. And yeah, let me know in the comments if there are any specific countries that you would like to see this year here on the channel. And do you know what I noticed at the airport in Bremen earlier? While I was sitting at the gate, I was looking into the faces of the people around me, and not a single person was smiling. Everyone looked sad, looked depressed. And then I thought how different that is in Asia. When I'm in Asia and I look into the faces of the people, usually everyone is smiling, everyone is in a good mood. And that was a moment earlier today where I realized, yeah, I am also much happier in Asia. And almost 6 hours later, and I can finally start boarding the next flight. So that was a pretty long layover now, way longer than expected. Yeah, the flying time of this flight is also another 6.5 hours now. Yeah, this is a way bigger plane. This is a huge plane, I think. Touching the plane for good luck. Okay, and I'm looking for 37. Okay, hopefully no more further delays now. See you in the next country. And I have finally arrived. The local time here now is almost 4 a.m. In Germany, where I started today, it's almost 1 a.m. So I am pretty exhausted and pretty tired. But yeah, let me get to my hotel first and then I will tell you where I am and why I'm here. I'm just meeting a subscriber here.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Pakistan,
From
Lahore.
Pakistan?
Yeah.
From Lahore?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
nice.
visited Pakistan, how was it? It was nice?
Pakistan was really nice and the people there are outstandingly
hospitable,
friendly.
yeah.
The people are so friendly in Pakistan.
for this morning.
Really amazing. What's your name?
Muhammad Hazik.
Azik. Nice to meet
When
you.
you will come,
Arrivals, I take the train.
You will go down, then you
I
will
take
go
the
again
S-
one level up. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Shukran. Thank you very much. Oh, Shukriya in Pakistan, right. Oh, already the second subscriber I'm meeting today. There was a guy from Jordan on the flight who also watches my videos. I'm always happy to meet you guys who are watching my videos. So whenever you are seeing me somewhere around the world, don't be shy to say hello. Okay, so I'm in the country. Luckily, immigration process was pretty quick and smooth. And yeah, if there's one thing that I don't want in the middle of the night after such a long traveling day, then it's a lost suitcase. So hopefully my suitcase is here. Oh, please be here. It happened to me once before on the flight from the USA back home to Germany that my suitcase got lost. And then they found it again a few days later. And since then I'm always a bit worried that it's going to happen again. And happy days, the suitcase is here. Alright, now let's get to the hotel. I hope it's gonna be easy to find a taxi here in the middle of the night. Oh no, this is the taxi line. The line looks pretty long, but I hope it's going to be fast. I have to say it's really well organized here. Look at the amount of taxis waiting. So despite the long line, I only waited like 10 minutes now. I'm going to a hotel Aloft Airport. Okay, the ride was actually only like 5 minutes. Very easy. Hello, good evening. I am so much looking forward to my bed. I think you all know this feeling, right? When you had a really long day and then you're really looking forward to falling into your bed. That's how I feel now. That is the right feeling. Okay, I really need some sleep now. See you in the morning. And good morning from Dubai, which is not my final destination. Let me explain why I'm here. First of all, yeah, yesterday was a really intense traveling day and I actually slept very long. I even missed the breakfast at the hotel here. And I'm actually very happy that I have this 1 day rest here in Dubai. So I'm only going to stay here for this 1 day, which I'm going to spend entirely just in my hotel, preparing the next days. And then tomorrow morning I continue to my actual destination, which I'm not going to give away yet, but I am staying in this region. So the first proper trip of 2025 is going to be in a country in the Middle East. But yeah, the journey to the next country will be in the next video. So stay tuned for that. And then I'm going to spend the next few weeks traveling around that country. So if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to follow the journeys in 2025. Thanks for watching today's episode. And if you haven't seen the previous video in which I returned home to Germany, reunited with my family, then check out the video right here. Stay healthy, stay positive, and then see you in the next episode. Ciao, guys.